Hey guys, I'm Amina Rose and this is AminaSeenIt. Please hit that like button and there's a subscribe button on the right hand side, a little bit down. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Show your girl some love. We're going over BMF Season 3, Episode 3. We're going to do a quick recap review. It starts off with Meech and his father bonding. That seemed to be the theme of this week's episode, showing the tightness of their relationship. Then it starts with Meech walking in with a Waffle House bag. Listen, I'm from up north. We don't have that. I love it. Darn. I wish I had the All-American right now. I spot that mess anywhere. So we got him about to walk into the hotel. Dudes is running out and Stack's talking about they got everything. Really, Stacks? Everything? What door did they break? Did they knock and you answered? I don't believe it. I think Stacks set it up, let him in, gave him the stash, and divvied it up. Stash is a real hater. You can see it in his eyes. He's just a hater. And eventually we see Markeisha calling Terry, talking about, I miss you, because she's in this big lonely house and he's paying her dust. That makes her want him even more. I think she feels like if she throws the at him, she can control him again. The only thing is, he doesn't want to come over. He's busy with life and his family, as he should be. And we go back to Stacks. I got hurt. We need to retaliate. Meanwhile, Meech made sure his whole crew got paid regardless of the situation. Stacks is salty because he thought he did some kind of damage. That's what Meech's father taught him. It's that we are a team and you pull it together. But that's what a real boss does, actually. They provide whether they make it or don't. Think about it. When you go to a regular 9 to 5, you get paid whether they made money that day or they don't. Those are the rules. Apparently, Stacks didn't know the rules because his team was like, you never pawned anything to make sure we ate. So he takes his sore losing ass out that door, teamless. Bye, Stacks. We're right. Trust me, we will. Terry's having a whole bunch of problems because everybody is leaving him, talking about our name is mud. One guy he took, like, come on, you're my day one. And the guy's like, okay. He was like, you know what? Stay with Henry and let me know what's going on. They find out that Henry is going to be moving product through an ambulance. That is smart. That's smart. Thank you, Detective Bryant. Sorta. So Meech got Pops flying in first class. Charles is like, I could get used to this. He arrives at Duffy's studio and Duffy tells Meech, yo, listen, you could stay here if you need to. And Meech is like, nah, I need my own spot. And he want to get into a gated community where people are not just going to rush in. That's why the title is called Sanctuary. But then you got Pops grooving to Marvin Gaye. And I'm listening to it. So the thing is, they just have this whole family atmosphere, old school, Pops, son, you know, rocking out. I more than liked it. I loved it. Aww. I'm mushy. So of course, Meech tells Charles that he needs him to sign off on some documents. And Charles is very hesitant because it's lying about how much money he makes. And Meech is like, I got the money. And Charles is like, oh my gosh, but this is illegal. And Meech is like, the same thing as you stealing cable when you were young. And this is just bigger stuff. Charles is like, listen, I'm going to think about this because Charles doesn't want to cross the line. So of course, Terry stopped Henry's crew right in the delivery. Detective Bryant is the one responsible for letting off Henrietta's people. She is pissed and she's like, whoever did it is going to catch it. Do you think she's going to find out that it was her own man inside? This is BMF. It's TV, so if there is a secret, it shall be revealed, right? Anyway, it's blamed on Terry. So now Henrietta wants to know everything there is to know about Terry. And right after that, Child Protective Services shows up at Terry's door. And they are ready to make a case. Horrible. He couldn't even have a cold. They're like, listen, we are got to find one thing wrong. So then we see Jack the Rapper in full effect. So they had Kid and Play there. And oh my gosh. Could y'all at least get a Tupac lookalike? It took me a minute. I'm like, is that supposed to be Tupac? Because the way the do-rag was positioned. And I'm like, nah, it can't be. Oh, it was. It was. They tried to slide him off. If y'all didn't know, that was Tupac. Cat Daddy, Charles. And he's just smiling from ear to ear, happy to be at the place. But Meech is trying to get him out of Dodge. And in my head, I'm like, Pops, get out of Dodge. Because we saw the previews. It's a lot of stuff about to go down. Charles meets Glock because Glock was watching Meech and he's like, oh, let me see who this guy is. And Charles do a whole introduction. I'm Charles Flannery. And Glock is telling him he owns a record label and he's looking for Charles. And Charles is all excited like a groupie. And I know Glock is laughing to the bank. And then Meech walks in and he's like, oh, nah, you foe. We ain't friends. And Charles is like, what? Hold up. And I'm thinking like, Charles, leave. He's like, nah, I'm in here too. Okay, Pops. I was expecting him to light into Meech even being involved in the situation. And he just really had his back. Wow. And Meech starts talking to these guys from St. Louis. Bodie, I saw you. The light-skinned dude with the chain. You know he's from The Wire. If you didn't know, Bodie used to do something with his teeth, and then he used to always spit. When he used to get mad, he'd be like, and then just spit. He wouldn't even give you the conversation. He was a character. Y'all gotta watch The Wire, I swear. So I see my Wire people up in there. I like it. So Terry comes and gives Markeisha the attention she has been dying for. He's trying to figure out who called CPS. Dude, it's your enemy. It's not the girl situation. They got a whole cop on their team. So while Markeisha and Terry are in the house talking, Markeisha is ready to put it on your boy because she realized that he is slipping from her thumb. Mama walks in and she's like, Markeisha, please leave. I need to talk to my son. And as they're talking, she tells him how concerned she is with Child Protective Services and the breaking up of families, because that was extremely prevalent back then. Henry and Quan is pissed about their man's unaliving and she vows to get whoever did it back. Her teammate. And we cut to Greenie telling Angie that she is nothing. Now, for all of y'all to say, oh, he's the man, and he was never a man. He took advantage of a young girl who had nowhere to go and brainwashed her. He gets no W's for that. So he's brainwashing it in Angel's head that she needs him. While in the middle of doing her daily programming, Meech grabs dude out the car and beats the living life out of him. You know who else got a beating too? Detective Bryant's son. So Detective Bryant meets up with Terry. He lets him know that, listen, all of this mess is a no-go. I am not on your side. I'm staying with Henrietta. And his target is Terry and Meech. And then it ends. But I thank you for watching. I'm Amina Rose, and this is Amina Seen It. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.